Good morning and welcome back in. Thank you so much for stopping by. And in today's video, we're kicking off part 3 of van lifing here in Norway. And I got a good one for you today because today we start our trip through the Lofoten Islands, the world famous Lofoten Islands. It's going to be full of plenty of hikes, magical scenery, charming little fishing villages that line the coast of Norway through all the islands that we're going to visit. It's going to be a good one, so sit tight, get ready. Are you ready? Let's hit it. The hike we saw earlier was Devil's Gate, and it was a pretty cool hike, but it was definitely very crowded at the top. So it was right outside of Svolvær, which is the most popular town in the Lofoten Islands, so not surprising. Jumping right into our next hike here, we're going to try and do 2 hikes in one, and I just wanted to point out that the entrance to this hike looks pretty epic. It's a little hard to see on the camera here, but there's a spot of bushes I've been seeing people walk into, so let's go see what that is. I am absolutely glad that I waited until the afternoon for this. It rained pretty heavy last night, so the trail was very muddy this morning, so I intentionally waited to make sure the trail conditions were improved, and glad I did because this trail is very steep. 1 mile up to the summit here and 1,800 feet of elevation gain, so be prepared with proper footwear attire. But those views were absolutely worth it. I thought this would be a perfect place to wrap up day one because check that out behind me. It's been 5 weeks since I've seen the sun go down, and I love the sun so much that I never thought I'd sit here and say that I'm excited for nightfall. But I am looking forward to a slightly better night's sleep, knowing that it's going to be a little darker out than usual. And by the way, it's currently about 9:30 p.m. I'm quite surprised how dim it actually looks. The actual sunset is at 11:20 p.m., but then sunrise is supposedly at 2:30 in the morning, so we'll see. All right, that wraps it up, and for tomorrow, we're gonna go check out some really cool looking beaches and one more hike. I'll see you then. Good morning, everybody, and today's day 2 of the Lofoten Islands stretch here. Check out this view that I woke up to. Looks like a painting, right? Right in front of the campsite here. The name of this hike is Mannen. I always look for the harder hikes because that's a good way of thinning out the crowd. Because when you go on the famous hikes, they're a little bit easier and it's just full of people, which is kind of takes away from the experience a little bit. So this is definitely a good one to do. Definitely check that one out if you're here. And there's even a built-in beach nearby which you can go check out.
view at the top there, that was definitely worth it. That was not too long of a hike, pretty short actually. Took me about 45 minutes, but another one that was straight up. It was 1,200 feet of gain in a mile or so. But this one, since it's more off the beaten path, had a lot less people and actual room to stand at the top, which was really nice. So definitely worth checking out if you get a chance to come here.
Well done, sky. Well done, ocean. Well done, beach. Waking up in a place like this is just a treasure.
This might be my favorite part. The first round, when I'm the hottest and the longest in the chamber, in the sauna. Whew. This is cold. Doing a cold water plunge here in the Arctic. Chilled to the bone. I've only been in the water for about 2 minutes. I can feel my legs just barely starting to go numb. So clear here. Reason is is because it's so cold. Organic matter like sediment and other pollutants, the warm water holds that stuff very well, buoyantly, whereas the cold water, all that sinks. Norway in general just isn't very industrial and doesn't have a lot of agricultural runoff, so great reason to visit. But I will say, it is cold. Lofoten Beach Campground. Excellent place. It's the best campground that I've seen by far here. Shit. Parking brake was not on all night. Thank God it didn't coast anywhere. Damn, I didn't open the curtains in the back. Gonna have to get out and fix that. I'll eventually have this thing figured out. I can't see behind me right now. We're now off to the town of Reinebringen, which is about 15 minutes away. We're gonna go do the most famous hike in all of the Lofoten Islands.
To the trailhead now. Got to walk along the highway to get there because there is no parking at the trailhead. Decided to go with the trail runners today instead of boots. So after a little bit of research, I found out that this entire trail is completely made of stairs all the way to the summit, supposedly. It's 1,978 stairs, which were constructed in the years 2016 all the way through 2021. And the reason for that, it was built by Sherpas from Nepal. And this was actually considered one of Norway's most dangerous hikes. The local municipality actually hired these Sherpas to build the stairs to make for a much safer experience. So, pretty cool fun fact. Hey, what's up, you guys? This hike is definitely living up to its hype, but the reason for that is not in the script. So I'll show you in a second, but the actual finishing point, the summit, is behind me. And there's a big sign at the top that says, "Danger, don't go any further, unsecured trail, unfinished trail." The stairs end here. Don't go any further. But then I look further, and I would say 10 to 15% of the people keep going, and there's actually another peak in front of us here that is a little bit higher, but the trail is completely unsecured and it's pretty dicey, pretty narrow, tight catwalks to get across, a little bit of scrambling. Got to get on all fours, use your hands to climb a little bit on the rocks. And I'm a little crazy. In this next shot, this is about as crazy as I get. But I'm not going to the other peak. This is giving me flashbacks to 3 peaks in Hawaii for sure. But this is really cool. The finished part of the hike itself is just straight endurance. It's all stairs. There's not really much skill involved. So in that way, it's easy. It's over 1,900 stairs. So from an endurance perspective, it's hard. But from a technical hiking perspective, it's easy until you get to this point. Amazing. Definitely worth doing this hike. Right there is the official end of the trail where most people stop. But there is a small scrambling section right below them. You can see it where you climb down on all fours, and then you can pretty much just take this tight catwalk here. And most of this is just climbing rock.
I just got off the stairs and my calves are shaking. Oh my God. What a workout. Thank God we're almost back to the van. My least favorite part of hiking is out and back trails, because when I get to the summit, I wish for nothing more than a helicopter just happens to come by and picks me up right off the peak and then takes me back to my car. I'm just kidding. I know there's some nice views on the way back that you don't see on the way up, but still, it just feels like I've been here. Good morning. Woke up in this beautiful ferry park. This might be the most scenic place I've cooked in all of Lofoten. Check it out. But we're basically second in line to get on this ferry at 9:45 a.m. So right according to the plan. All right, just about to board the ferry now, and let's get the day started.
To the island of Reinebringen and getting ready to start the Håen hike. This is the most popular hike on this island, but judging by the looks of everything, not too many people actually come to this island. Driving off the ferry and feeling like it was 1999 was pretty cool. The thing with this hike is that it's an old abandoned radar station at the top, and there's a road that goes up to it. I'm pointing to it right here. There's a tunnel right there. I believe that's the hike right there, and we're gonna take that up to the top. There's supposedly stunning views. In my research, this island and this hike was described as otherworldly, which is a phrase that jumps right out to me and piques my interest, which is the reason I'm here. And driving off the ferry and feeling like it's 1999 already has my attention and has me convinced that this was the right decision to come check this place out. So let's get going. This one is definitely off the beaten path. There's way less people here, and it just adds to the experience. This is so cool. The touristy sites are great, but doing these offbeat tracks, I think, are sometimes even magical. How cool was the NATO station? This has been my favorite hike in all of the Lofoten Islands so far. A few fun facts about the NATO station. So that was built and operated by Norway in 1960 during the Cold War times, and it was built as part of the NATO defense network. And the NATO station here was placed here on purpose to monitor air traffic and to detect and track surveillance of potential threats in the area. So that was built in 1960, and then it ended up shutting down in 1988. And now it's here on Værøy as a historical site. How cool is that? Just going to narrate from behind the lens here for a moment. I'm zooming in down here, what I believe are caves. So a long time ago, apparently these caves were inhabited by locals who used to catch eagles with their bare hands. They were looking to protect the livestock at their farms, particularly sheep. I don't think this practice is in place anymore, but it's another historical fact. How cool is this place? It just feels like I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's not that many tourists, not that many people. This has definitely been the least crowded hike that I've been on to the Lofoten Islands. I don't even know why. It doesn't even seem like the tourists know this place is even here. So definitely worth checking out the Håen hike, H-A-E-N, and get to check out the NATO base up at the top. But there's so many other little trails that branch off from the main trail. I could spend days here exploring all the peaks, all the different viewpoints that are here. Amazing. What else can I say?
Rainy day, on a rainy day, on a rainy day, on a rainy day. Smile.
So, I just decided to take a scenic drive around the east side of the island, and it was very scenic. And at the end of the road, I encountered this airstrip. I didn't even know this was here. This airstrip apparently used to be used by fixed-wing aircraft. It was built in 1986, but there was actually a tragic accident which led to the ban of use of fixed-wing aircraft on this airstrip. And the reason is because this area is constantly known for high winds. The ocean is literally right over this hill. So the weather here is very unpredictable. So this has been converted to a heliport, but also is used for activities like camping. So you can actually drive your van on here or whatever you have and just camp here for the night. That's pretty crazy. Also, we're on an abandoned airstrip. You know what I'm thinking? Let's see what this van's got. Yeah, let's see what this bitch can do. All right, here we go. I'm just kidding. There's nice people trying to camp here, so I'm gonna be a good person and not cause some trouble.
Hey everybody, welcome back in. That concludes today's video, and that also concludes my 3-part series of van lifing here in Norway. I cannot believe 14 days is already up. It just went by so quick. Got to check out some wild reindeer in Finland. The sauna experience was amazing. And then checking out the wild and scenic landscapes of the Lofoten Islands, they certainly did not disappoint. The biggest thing that I took away from this experience was just how ingrained the outdoors are in the Norwegian culture. It was just an eye-opening experience to hear them talk about nature and how much they appreciate it and how important it is to them. Also, be sure to stay tuned for posts on my YouTube channel as to where I'm going to be traveling next. The travel vlog is going to continue. I have new destinations that I'm planning for the upcoming near future, so please be sure that you stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please feel free to share it. I really appreciate that. And thank you again so much for tuning in today, and I will see you guys next time.